Come with me, my dear. I've something I must speak with you about. The Countess manoeuvred her into an alcove, where they had a modicum of privacy. First of all, I've had it from very good sources that your former friend Miss Haver is completely ruined to all good society. The way the woman said the word ruined left absolutely nothing to the imagination, and Juliet was dismayed. Are you quite sure? Her parents have disowned her, and there can be no more reliable confirmation than that. Since Violet Haver had tried to interfere with Kitty's courtship, Juliet had several excellent reasons for holding a grudge. Nevertheless, she wasn't so hard-hearted as to rejoice in her misery. I'm dreadfully sorry to hear it. Despite Violet's missteps, I don't wish her ill. I suppose her ruination is Lord Gryphon's doing. You've supposed correctly. That knave has been responsible for the downfall of more than one foolish girl, although usually not a girl as highly placed as Miss Haver. He's such a reprobate. Nobody will receive him any longer. In fact, his grandfather, Lord Harkinster, is so disgusted with the entire branch of the family, he decided to settle the estate on his younger son, Lord Horatio. On that score, Juliet had little trouble believing the Countess. Indeed, she held a far less charitable view of Lord Gryphon than she held of Violet, and possessed an even larger grudge. The Viscount had tried to take liberties with Kitty, and only the timely intervention of Lord Philip had salvaged her reputation. If Lord Gryphon had been financially and socially disadvantaged, it was because he deserved it. Lord Gryphon will still inherit the title of Marquess some day, won't he? Yes, but otherwise he's been cut off without a penny. His parents, Lord and Lady Kesselbury, are still received, but Lord Gryphon can find no ready welcome anywhere. It's a sad situation, really. And to think, Lord Gryphon once sought Kitty's hand in marriage. Your sister is much better off where she is, despite her rather unconventional courtship with Lord Philip. At any rate, this brings me to my request. Lord Horatio has just returned to England with the goal of getting his daughter married off. He's been living in Texas these past 17 years, and made a vast fortune of his own in cattle. Juliet was impressed. How very clever of him. Yes, it's never easy for a second son to make his way in the world. Lord Horatio is looking for a London home, but in the meantime he and his family are staying with me. Will you take his daughter under your wing, so that she has at least one friend in town? I'd consider it a personal favour. Although she managed to keep her countenance, Juliet's heart sank. She'd rather throw herself into a thorny rosebush than have anything to do with Lord Gryphon's relatives. But she wouldn't dream of saying so. Why, I'd be glad to befriend Miss Gryphon. I was just thinking how lonely it is for me without Kitty around. I knew you'd be willing to help. Miss Gryphon is an attractive girl, apart from her dreadful foreign accent and manners. Unfortunately, she's been unfairly tainted by association with her notorious cousin. If you and I befriend her, however, the stain may be somewhat ameliorated. Although Juliet smiled, she wasn't so sure she agreed. Her own family would most certainly be appalled by anyone bearing the name of Gryphon. Nevertheless, Lady Lovejoy was an influential member of society, and her requests were rarely refused. I'll do what I can, naturally. Lord Horatio expects his daughter to make an excellent match, so your alliance with Miss Gryphon will stand you in good stead going forward. The Countess giggled. What am I saying? Considering your close relationship with Lord Elbourne, you're hardly in need of any assistance in society. Although the implication brought colour to Juliet's cheeks, she pretended not to understand. Indeed, Augustus has been a splendid friend. Don't be so modest. All society is awaiting the announcement of your engagement to the Earl. I hate to disappoint anyone, but no such announcement is forthcoming. Augustus hadn't yet proposed, so Juliet could hardly give any other response. Furthermore, it was better to heighten the suspense by denying the truth of the matter. When she was ready to make the announcement, her triumph would be that much greater. "Is Miss Gryphon here this evening?" "Yes, but she's playing billiards with the gentlemen,"